Now we are going to start with the fungal diseases. Already we have studied fungi. Fungi is a group of plants. They are non-green plants. They don't have chlorophyll. Now, out of fungi, the group, many fungi are present. Some are microscopic, many are macroscopic. But among the microscopic fungi, some are parasites. They are living in the body of a human or animals and causing some diseases. Such diseases we can call as fungal diseases caused by microscopic fungi. Now we are going to see Dermatomycosis is the name of a disease caused by the fungus. Common name what we are doing. Dermato means a skin. Mycosis means diseases caused by fungi, fungal diseases. So the diseases caused by fungi in the skin we can call as dermatomycosis. It is a cutaneous. Cutaneous is a scientific or biological term for skin. It is a cutaneous infection. Infection in the skin caused by three genera, three different groups of fungi. That is three different types of genera. Genus is singular, genera plural. Now what are the three different types of genera? The first one is trichophyton. It is one type of parasitic fungi. Second one is microsporum. It is the second type of parasitic fungi. The third one, epidermophyton. Okay, these are the three different type of genera groups which are causing diseases in human body. In this one common disease we are going to study, it is called the ringworm. The name of the disease is ringworm. Actually, the ringworm is a term. In this worm is coming. Don't think that it is caused by worms. Though the name is ending with worms, it is a fungal disease. Ringworm is a fungal disease. It is a most common fungal disease in human. Very common fungal disease. Sometimes over the skin we can find some white or red patches will be there causing itching. That is actually called the ringworm. Symptoms. What are the symptoms of this ringworm? We have to say. Dry scaly lesions on the skin. This only what I told about, a red color or white color patches. It will be very dried one. Scaly. Some skin part will come out. That is called a scaly lesions. Cracks will be there. Lesions on the skin. Not only the skin. Nails. At the sides of the nails they will come. And scalp of the head. That is on the top of the head. That is called the scalp region. We are telling. So on the scalp also this will be produced. The next one is how normally these fungal parasites are growing and multiplying. We have to see. Heat and moisture. Actually warmthness will be there. At the same time moisture. Wetness will be present in a place. That is called the heat and moisture. Wherever we find the heat and moisture in our body, that is there these fungal parasites will grow. Okay, make them to grow in skin folds, particularly in skin folds we can find. Not only where we can find the skin folds, neck region, okay, armpits, okay, groin region, there and all. That is sweat will be there. Sweat will be stagnating. So it is moisture. But the place will be so warm because of the movement and all. So that is heat and moisture make the parasites to grow in the skin folds such as groin and between the toes, even toes between the toes. Normally we are wearing chappal or shoes. The toes are always kept closer. If any moisture is there between the fingers, because of the heat and because of moisture, the fungal infection will be present. The ringworm between the toes is called. Now if it is exactly only in the toes, then the ringworm present in the toes is called athlete's foot. Now athlete's foot we can say it is caused by a type of fungi called Tinea pedis. It is called Tinea pedis. Generally these parasites are transmitted by using the clothes of the infected person. Already the person is having the ringworm over the skin, but the person is wearing the cloth. In the cloth all parasites will be attached. But without knowing that we are touching or we are using the clothes. And the comb of the infected person, comb, even some scalp, sometimes that fungi will be present. They are using one comb, the same comb we are using, then we will also get it. Now these are the ways by which it will be transmitted from person to person. Now we are coming to the next disease, Helmetic disease. Now that Helmetic means helminthus. Helminthus means worms. Now the diseases caused by some parasitic worms. Not all worms are causing disease. Some parasitic worms are there. They are causing it. So instead of telling this helminthic diseases, very shortly we can call as helminthiosis. The term is helminthiosis. Now we take helminthiosis is caused by endoparasitic helminthus. Helminthus means worms, I said. Endoparasitic. Parasite we know very well. They depend upon the host for food and shelter. That is called a parasite. Endo means living inside the body, anywhere, but not outside the body, living inside the body. Actually, the parasites are of two types: ectoparasites, endoparasites. For example, I'll give one example for ectoparasite. The ectoparasite is attaching outside the body of human. For example, leech. Leech is a worm. It is sticking with the skin. It is biting the skin and sucking the blood. It is called an ectoparasite. Some worms are entering into the body, going to the stomach, settling in the intestine and living in our intestine. It is inside the body. That is called the endoparasitic worms. So these are all endoparasitic helminthus, that is worms. Now common helminthiosis. What is the meaning of helminthiosis? I told you, helminthic diseases are. Only two we are going to study. What is ascariosis? Another one is filariasis. Now we are going to see the details of ascariosis. Now ascarious. It is caused by a type of roundworm. One type of roundworm. Commonly even doctors, when the child is suffering with the stomach pain and all, the doctors will say roundworms are there inside. They are cylindrical worms. Now the roundworms, the name of the roundworm is called Ascarious lumbricoides. Ascarious lumbricoides. Very shortly we can use the genus name only, Ascarious. Now we are going to study about the details of this. A monogenic parasite. What is the meaning of monogenic? Already in one topic we have studied digenic. Even malarial parasite is digenic. What is the meaning of digenic? Genic means host, di means two hosts they are having for life cycle. But here monogenic. Genic means a host, mono means a single. So for the life cycle of Ascaris, only one host is needed. A monogenic parasite having single host in the life cycle or for the life cycle, anyway we can tell. The Ascaris shows sexual dimorphism. Now we have to say what is the meaning of sexual dimorphism. In the population of the worms, two categories of individuals will be there, like human beings, males and females. So in this population of Ascarious lumbricoids, male worms are there, female worms are present separately. That is called a dimorphism. Morphism means external appearance. Di means two. Two externally different individuals are there. They are males and females. That is called a sexual dimorphism. Now these organisms, these parasites, are ingested as embryonated eggs through contaminated food and water. Now that means contaminated water, contaminated food. Even this is also by housefly. Now when the housefly is sitting in the dirty place, the eggs are attached. Okay, and they are also in the growing condition. That is called an embryonated egg which is already started growing inside that. That is called. So that is consumed. Ingested means consumed by the individual. Ingested as embryonated eggs through contaminated water and the food. So we are drinking contaminated water. The eggs are entering into our body. Or we are consuming the contaminated food. Through the food they are entering into the body. Now, normally the children are very often affected. The children who play in the dirty soil. We can see that. They will not have wear any, normally they won't wear gloves, they won't wear a chapel, but they will be playing in the dirty place. Or prone to get, prone means easily affected, prone to get the ascariosis. Now this is what? Children are very often, because they are keeping the hands, keeping the legs on like that, most of the time in the dirty places, so the hygienic condition will not be there, so they easily will be affected. That is called ascariosis. Now what are the symptoms of ascariosis? We have to see. Suppose one child or adult, the worms have entered, the eggs have entered and they grown into worms. A lot of worms are there in the intestine. What are the symptoms developed in the individual's body? Abdominal pain, severe stomach pain will be there, vomiting will be there, the person will vomit, headache, anemia. Already I told you what is the meaning of anemia. Less number of RBCs. In the blood, RBCs count will be going down. Diarrhea. Okay, there is a loose motion, diarrhea. Other symptoms are, there are some other symptoms. Nutritional deficiency, particularly children are affected by this. What is the meaning of nutritional deficiency? Now the child is eating some food. Nearly about 20% to 25% of the food of the child is eaten away by the worms. So the child is not getting sufficient food. As a result of it, nutritional deficiency disease will be there, protein deficiency, vitamin deficiency, mineral deficiency diseases will be there, and stunted growth. Because of that, the child will not grow faster. Stunted means retarded, reduced growth. Okay. Then the last one, severe conditions. Suppose the child is not treated properly. Severe conditions leads to enteritis. Enteritis means major problem, major damages in the intestine. That is enteric. One term is there in biology. That means intestine. Enteritis means severe damage in the intestine. Next one is hepatitis. Hepatitis means serious infection in the liver. Already I told you hepatum means liver. Hepatitis. And bronchitis. Bronchitis means these worms are migrating everywhere and they are infecting the bronchi. In the respiratory system, nose, here the trachea is coming. After that, there are two branches. They are called the bronchi, which lead to lungs. So in the bronchi, the infection will be there. That is severe infection, bronchitis. The person may find it very difficult to breathe. So these are all the major conditions, severe conditions. Now we are going to see this next disease. Okay, filariasis. Next, helmetic disease, filariasis. Now you see that F-I-L-A-R-I, filariasis, filariasis. Now it is caused by one type of microscopic roundworm. Now that roundworm is called Wuchereria bancrofti. See the spelling for Wuchereria, W-U-C-H-E-R-E-R-I-A. That is called Wuchereria, but we have to pronounce it as Wuchereria bancrofti. Now it is commonly called the filarial worms. Normally doctors will say filarial worms only, but the zoological name is Wuchereria bancrofti. The worms show sexual dimorphism. I already told you the males and females will be present. Here viviparous. Viviparous means they are giving birth to young ones. And digenic. What is the meaning of digenic? Already I told you, two hosts will be there in the life cycle. Then they settle in the lymph nodes and the lymph vessels of man. Now, in the previous one chapter also we have studied, the one disease also we have studied. The lymph vessels are there in our body, which is carrying the colorless fluid called the lymph. The lymph glands are also present. Some bulging portions will be there along with the vessels. They are called the lymph nodes or lymph glands, we can say. Now they are settling in the lymph nodes and in the lymph vessels. When they grow and multiply, keep on multiplying, they are blocking the passage. The life cycle includes two hosts. That is only digenic, what I told. Two hosts, man and the Culex mosquito. It is one type of mosquito. It is called a Culex mosquito. Now that is the second host. The juvenile worms, very young worms, which are hatched out from the eggs, they are called juvenile. The juvenile worms are called micro. Already the parasite is microscopic. In that the young one will be much more microscopic, microfilariae larvae. So they are called microfilariae larvae. Larva singular, larvae plural. Now the juveniles develop into adult in the lymph glands. I already told you they settle in the lymph nodes, lymph glands. There only the juveniles, the larvae will develop into adults. That is called the juveniles develop into adults in the lymph glands. Now once they develop into adult, that means worms are there, the worms block the lymphatic system. Now they are blocking the lymph vessels, they are blocking the lymph glands, lymph nodes. So as a result of it, the fluid will not flow properly, the lymph will not flow properly and cause inflammation. Inflammation means severe pain. Wherever they are blocking, their severe pain will be there. Actually, it is a medical term, inflammation. That means we can say severe pain of lymph glands and other obstruction of lymph vessels. Obstruction means blockage. Blockage of lymph vessels in the limbs, particularly hands and legs. Not only limbs, in the scrotum and in the mammary glands for the females. These are the places where the obstruction will be there. The obstruction of lymph vessels in the leg alone is causing elephantiasis. Now the vessels, lymph vessels are completely blocked in the leg. Now the lymph is not flowing upward. Everything is staying there. So both the legs or any one leg will be swollen bigger and bigger. giving appearance like elephant's leg-like. That is called the elephantiasis, or it is also called the filariasis. But now it is mostly eradicated. Long time before now, people used to suffer with this elephantiasis. Rarely some people will have very thick leg. One leg will be very thicker, or both the legs will be very thicker. That is called the elephantiasis, caused by filarial worms.